breaking news of Eddie Hearn came out revealing that Tyson Fury turned down an Usyk Undisputed fight. And according to sources, it was a $155 million deal on the table from Saudi Arabia. The same deal that was on the table last year for Fury to fight Anthony Joshua. Now, it's really unclear why Tyson Fury made such a decision, since we were all under the impression that's the fight he wanted the most. Because even if you factor in all of the step-aside money, the $20 million they had to pay Anthony Joshua to step aside due to his rematch clause, and the $5 million they had to pay Dillian Whyte to step aside since he is the mandatory. Even then, there is still approximately a $125 million deal on the table, where Tyson Fury was going to make at least $62.5 million against Usyk, even after you factor in all of the step-aside money. Now, if you may wonder, how does this benefit Anthony Joshua? According to Eddie, it's pretty much the safe route for the biggest amount of money to Undisputed for AJ, since he gets $20 million to wait for the Fury versus Usyk winner. Then there's a contract in place to force the winner to fight Anthony Joshua, where AJ is approximately going to make $70 million in that fight, which is essentially a $90 million deal for Anthony Joshua on the table if Tyson Fury did accept to fight Usyk next. However, he obviously didn't. Now, some people may assume that Tyson Fury didn't want to fight Usyk right away because that style reminds him of Whyte. However, nearly 100 times more skillful and athletic. We all know Usyk is just on a whole nother level than Whyte. Or it could be the terms of the deal where Tyson Fury is forced to fight Usyk, then Anthony Joshua, then Dillian Whyte, all without a rematch clause in play, which is a risky route if he does loses. Therefore, if you factor in the step-aside money, I think all of the above came into play in Tyson Fury making his decision. Due to that, today in Mexico City, the purse bid will be held for Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte, since there haven't been serious negotiations in order to try to make that fight. And the ultimate question, who will win the purse bid? My assumption is the zone. However, you never know. Furthermore, in my personal opinion, I prefer this route to see Fury fight Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua to fight Usyk, since they have unfinished business. Then the winners could fight each other without any of this drama in place. It's just too much going on for me. Fighters have to wait, this, that, and the third. Let Fury fight Whyte. Let AJ finish his unfinished business with Usyk. Then the winners shall meet.
Because as you've seen from Tyson Fury, you know, the king of contradictions. 1 minute AJ's a coward for thinking about stepping aside, then he's an idiot for turning it down.
90 million, he says.
But yeah, you can't win. But that's, you know, that when you talk about those numbers, we're talking about an opportunity to have an interim bout and fight the winner of Usyk against Fury for probably 4 times more money than he'd get to fight Usyk. So there's a lot of sense to the model, if the model was the model we'd like it to be.
Yeah.
But all 4 fighters in this mix need to be on board. And the reality is that Tyson Fury does not want to fight Oleksandr Usyk next for the Undisputed Championship. He wants to have an interim bout. And that's what slowed things down, because we couldn't really understand why, you know, you just beat Deontay Wilder. This is the Undisputed fight. And then he wants to have the interim bout. Then last night or yesterday, no, I want to fight Dillian Whyte next. So all the work that's been going on behind the scenes.
With that being stated, drop your thoughts in the comment section below, subscribe below, and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace, and I'm on to the next one.